Signs and wonders are strange acts that reawakens the consciousness of divine existence. Psalm chapter 77 verse 14. Psalm 77 verse 14. Thou art God that doest wonders. Thou hast declared thy strength amongst the people. So signs and wonders are the strength, the display of the strength of God amongst the people. Signs and wonders are the display, Makatosi Brakatela, the display of the strength of God, the capacity of God among his people, the strength of God, the capacity of God amongst his people. I'm talking about the God in Matthew chapter 3 verse 9. The Bible says he can turn stones to children, he can make stones become children. The Bible says, think not to say within yourself, we have Abraham as our father, for I say unto you, God is able of these stones to make them children. He has that capacity, he has the ability, he has the temerity, he has the stamina. Tell somebody, God is able. Tell 5 people, God is able. I can't hear you say, God is able. Job chapter 42 and verse 2, he said, I know that you are able to do all things, and nothing can be withholding from thee. Thou canst do everything. Am I talking to somebody here? 2 Timothy 1 verse 12, he said, I'm persuaded that he's able to keep that which is committed into his hand. He's able to keep that which is committed to his hand against that day. Am I communicating here? Hebrews chapter 7 verse 25, he's able to save them to the uttermost who come to God believing that he ever liveth, to make it intercession for them. God is able. God is able. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 8. Let me tell your neighbor, God is able. Say, God is able. God is able. 2 Corinthians 9:8. God is able to make all grace abound towards you. God is able. Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20, the Bible says, it says God is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. He is able. If we must appropriate wonders, then we must first of all know the greatest wonders of the age before we begin to get to know how to assess these wonders. The greatest sign of the age, every sign and wonder that will ever manifest has to be connected to this sign and this wonder. Isaiah chapter 7 verse 14, he said, therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin, not a barren woman, a virgin. That is beyond what anybody can describe. A woman who is not fruitful has opportunity and chances to be pregnant because there are attempts of a mating between a man and a woman. This one is a virgin, knows no man knows her. A sign. Every other sign is under the platform of this sign. In Matthew chapter 12 from verse 39, the Bible says, Jesus was speaking, he said, this generation seeketh a sign, evil and adulterous generation. He said, but there shall no sign be given to them except the sign of prophet Jonah. Was talking about the death, resurrection of Christ. So this is the biggest sign. If your mind can comprehend this sign, then every other sign will become a natural occurrence. If your mind can comprehend that a virgin took seed, went through the motions of pregnancy, was heavily loaded, heavily bellified, went through the motions, the nunciating sign, the throwing ups I went through all that and was not touched by a man. If your mind can grasp the reality of this, cripples walking, blind seeing will be natural. He said, every sign you will ever see or you need to see cannot be a reality except this one first. Science cannot explain it. Biology cannot describe it. There is no mortal mind that can comprehend the reality of the conception, the delivery, everything surrounding the little boy Jesus. There were no complications for 9 months, no antenatal for 9 months, and the delivery was not CS. He was not even born in a normal place. Delivered where? Angels were dancing. Wise men came, gave him gold so that the world will know that this one is royalty. Gave him frankincense, perfume, so that since he was born amongst animals, he will not have body odor. Gave him mad for burial. If you can accept this sign, then you begin to experience every other aspect of your life. Scientists can argue, but they cannot explain the conception of Jesus, the delivery of Jesus. He had to come to the womb of a woman so that he can be like man, but it refused to pass through a man so that he cannot end like man. He came as man, but did he end as man? Am I talking to somebody here? His birth cannot be argued. His birth cannot be denied. Science cannot deny it. Science cannot argue it. Listen to me, child of God. If a virgin could conceive, then a blind eye can open. If a virgin could conceive, a cripple can walk. If a virgin could conceive, HIV is immaterial. If a virgin can conceive, cancer is nonsense. If a virgin can conceive, anything is possible. I prophesy signs, I prophesy wonders in your body, in your body, in your body, in your body, in your body. Lift your hands, shout, I receive.